Welcome to Nerd on Nerd with me, Ellie Kempster.
Me, Liam Underwood. Oh no, I normally say and me, but we've got a special guest, which is why I didn't do it that time. But most times when we have a special guest, I'm like, and me, just to tease the listener a little bit. But
yeah, well, usually, Liam, you say and me, and then you introduce our guest, because it's a bit awkward to put the guest on the spot and just sort of go like...
Yeah, no, I was going to, but then I realised that Start, Ellie, just introduce yourself again, and I'll do it right this time.
No.
Alright, welcome to Nerd on Nerd with Ellie Kempster and Liam Underwood, and in this episode, we have a very special guest. We have Ashleigh Burnell.
Hi.
I said that right. Welcome.
Thank you.
Hi, Ashleigh.
Hi, thank you for having me.
As you can see, we are just non-stop. Like, this is our 83rd episode? 84th?
Oh my.
You'd have thought we'd know what we were doing by now.
Hey, working with technology and time zones and over Skype, it's not easy. I've learned from experience.
Not.
It is not easy.
No. Oh, this is our 85th episode. Well done, Liam, for knowing how many episodes we've done. Yeah, you're sort of in the future for us at the moment. You've had your Sunday, and ours is just about to begin.
Yes, my Sunday is almost over. We got 2.5 hours to go, and then I'm in Monday.
Fantastic. And how was your Sunday?
It was good. I was recording a episode this morning for my YouTube channel, so that's why I'm a little dolled up today.
Excellent. Yes, we will discuss that in this part of the show. Oh, seamless.
Yeah, very good, Liam.
Catching
it's
up
not seamless
with Ellie
if you pause
and
to point it
Liam
out.
and Ashleigh. It is seamless.
You misunderstand.
So, let's all catch up, because that's the name of this part. For any new listeners, right? Do you want to explain what the catching up with part is, Ellie?
It
Here's
sounds
the thing, right? So, loads of, like, Ashleigh's fans might be like, oh, let's listen to this weird thing that she's doing. And then we'll just start going off on, oh, let's do catching up. And they'll be like, what's that?
Well, it's all right. They'll get into the first, 2 minutes of the show and be like, oh, it's all right, we'll turn it off. Ashleigh won't mind.
She'll understand.
Yeah.
They'll just be like, we feel so sorry that she's doing this.
Catching up with is the part of the show where we catch up. I mean, you described it.
Thanks, Ellie.
I don't know what else you want me to say.
It's going so well.
I feel like this is all on you at the moment, Liam.
No, okay.
My eyeliner's going to start running in a minute if I keep...
Well, that's a good sign.
Sorry, Ashleigh.
Okay, so...
Liam, be more serious.
Okay, right. This is it. We're doing proper podcasting now. Let's go. Catching up with is the part of the show where we catch up with each other.
Yes.
How do we do that? Real simple. We discuss what we've been doing since we last recorded. Now, obviously, we've never recorded with Ashleigh before, so we'll just have a more sort of general getting to know her discussion. But for me and Ellie, if you want to get to know us, there's 84 episodes for you to go and listen to. We've gone on a journey through this podcast, haven't we, Ellie? Since we started.
Yeah, I feel like you've now taken describing this section a little bit to the other extreme, Liam. So let's just start catching up with.
No, I'm just saying, if you're a new listener and you want to go on a journey too,
they can go and listen to our backlog. Yes, people realise that, Liam. It's fine. Move on.
My advertising of this will be: if you want to see me laugh or listen to me laugh for a very long period of time, check this out.
Excellent. Okay.
It's all downhill from here, Ashleigh. It's all downhill from here.
Like I said,
bring it on.
The peak is the clap, and then it's just...
Yeah, the clap is really our finest moment.
Yeah. That's my favourite part of recording, to be honest.
I feel bad for Ellie right now and all the editing she's got ahead of her.
Oh, it's alright. By editing, I just mean I remove some of the longer silences and then leave in a lot of this rubbish.
Yeah, it's good when we have the long silence, when someone will try and make a joke and it doesn't land, and then there's just a long, awkward silence.
I would just include a cricket sound, make it a bit more interesting.
I should do that.
Yeah.
I hope there are some in here, and I'll put some cricket sounds in.
Excellent. So,
You're welcome.
Ashleigh, right, explain to our listeners who maybe aren't aware who you are.
I feel like I'm writing a bio for a dating website. My name is Ashleigh. I'm 28. I like long walks on the beach. I actually don't.
Perfect.
I don't like being outside and I don't like walking. No, I am a fella film reviewer, YouTuber. I do written reviews, video reviews, review about films, TV shows, do discussions, reactions, top 10s, and have created my own game show.
Yes. And so I think I followed you on Twitter for ages, and did I see that you were doing YouTube? I might have done. But it was only really your game show that I was like, oh, and then now I've just kind of become addicted to it.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, it's really good. Yeah, I enjoy it. I like it. It's not like... It's a good balance between... There'll be questions that I'm like... So for people that maybe aren't aware, the game show is you'll have like 2 guests on, and you kind of take turns giving them movie questions, and whoever gets the most right wins, essentially.
Correct.
That might be like a very overly simplified version, but...
It's pretty standard stuff.
There's a wheel as well.
There is a wheel.
The wheel's good.
Yeah,
the wheel.
there are 3 rounds, 10 questions per round, and there is a wheel that's full of movie categories. And the wheel spins and determines what the category is and what questions you get for each round.
Yeah, and I like it because there'll be times when like your guests don't get the question right, and I'm just sat here like, it's so obvious how they're not getting it. And then there's other times when they get it really fast, and I'm like, I didn't know that. So it's one of those things where you feel really smart and then really dumb in like the space of 2 minutes.
It is fascinating seeing people who are like so expert on, like, for me, someone who isn't. I don't class myself as like a movie expert.
No.
I'm useless at movies.
So well, like, you don't have
I was
a memory
watching
for
people.
it.
I also don't. That's true. But people were just like, it's like the timer starts and then someone's immediately like, oh, it's D, and I'm like, sorry, how do you know that?
Yeah. And that's the easy round when they have multiple choice. It's when like.
That's true. And
Yeah.
I was, when it got to round 2, I was like, I was already doing badly in my own head when I was playing.
Before you even started
playing.
playing.
I've got like 2. And then it got to round 2 and I was like, sorry, you're not giving me answers. I'm out.
It does get quite interesting for me when I am asking a question and I know that the majority of people know the answer and neither person is getting it right. I'm like, what's happening here? And then I reveal the answer and either they're like, oh, damn, I knew that. Or they're just like, oh, wasn't that right? And then I've got everybody in the comment section going, how did you not know the answer to that? And it's pretty good.
Yes. So how do you come up with like that many questions? Because like, do you just have like 100 questions prepared?
I have, when I knew that I wanted to start doing the show, the first thing I did was I started creating a list of movie categories, and then I went and wrote 20 questions for each category, and that was to ensure that whatever happened if the wheel spun, I would have questions prepared. So if it was the first round, I would have multiple question and answers for every category. And then if it was the same category, which would not happen, I would not let the same category happen in the same episode.
Yeah.
But if it would be the next one, then if it was round 2 and it was comedy, I would have the simple questions. Well, they're the hard ones, but I would have the questions ready to go that I'm always prepared. And then every time a category is used, or at least a list of questions from that section is used, I immediately go and replace them. So I have at least 2 notebooks full of questions. I'd say I have written well over 600 questions. We're probably nearing 1,000 by this point because I was recording a particular episode and my technology fucked up so many times. Computer shut down, computer died, Skype failed, my sound failed, I made mistakes with tallying the scores, and every time I'm like, can we do it again? I'd have to give them a whole new set of categories and questions so that it's fair. And eventually I had to replace them all. I'm like, oh, good God, this is too many questions for a single day. Got a little hectic.
How do you write the questions?
Sometimes I will go and look up movie quizzes online, and if I like the questions they're supplying, I will put them in the necessary categories. Sometimes I'll come across a question and I don't like how it's phrased, so I will have to reinvent the question myself. Sometimes I come across a question and I look at the answers, I'm like, you're wrong. I know this. I'm like, well, you were stupid. So I would then go and I'm like, okay, I know this film, I like it, so then I will think about the film myself, and then I'll have to create my... Lately, I am creating more of my own questions,
Yeah.
but I do sometimes have to do a little research, because if it's me writing a question to a film I have not seen, then I have to go and make sure that I'm writing things correctly. Otherwise, it's just like, oh, yeah, it's like, well, I assume you're correct. I don't actually know.
Yeah.
So, I did make one slight error in my last episode, but that was more because I don't know if you ever do this, like you're thinking something and you're writing it down, but what you write down is like one thought and then the second sentence is a separate thought, and then it doesn't work. I had a question was like that, and I miswrote my question, and I didn't know that I miswrote my question until someone pointed it out when they watched the episode, and they're like, that's not actually what happens in the film. I said, I know, I fucked up, but nevertheless, the person gets a point, whatever.
Yeah. There was one of your questions that it was the I think it was how many films is Jason from Friday the 13th in? I think it was like it's something like that.
It was how many Friday the 13th films have there been?
Okay, yeah. And then in my head I was like, oh, I know the answer to this. And then the answer came and I went, wait, that's not the answer. And then it proper took me a good 15 minutes to sit down and be like, oh, I've remembered the film that I've forgotten. It was just like that moment where I was like, no, I'm sure I know this. And then after hearing the answer and thinking about it, I was like, oh no, I didn't. I was being stupid.
I sometimes think that there are going to be times I'm going to get something wrong. I'm bound to screw up. There's a lot of work that I have to do. And I just basically tell myself, I'm like, you know what? If the person was already ahead by a bunch of points, I don't think one added point is going to make that big a difference. So I'm like, whatever, everybody. Especially if, of course, neither of them got the question right. I'm like, no harm done. Big whoop.
Yeah.
I think my favourite question I've actually gone and told, I've used as a bit of trivia for other people. I told Kat after I watched it, was the again, I'm not going to remember the exact wording of the question, but it was something about what is the Disney movie that doesn't show the villain, the only Disney movie that doesn't show the villain.
Yes.
That's just a nice, fun little bit of trivia. Ellie's got a look on her face as she's desperately trying to figure out the answer. Let's see if she can do it.
What is one film where the one Disney villain never appears on screen?
That's it. You'll kick yourself as soon as you hear the answer.
Oh, is it going to be something like Bambi?
Oh,
it is Bambi.
Yes.
Go, Ellie. Ellie's got a point.
I got one.
In my head, I was like, is it Hercules? But I haven't seen Hercules, so...
Oh, what?
No, that's Hades. Hades is a villain. He's very much
He is.
I need to watch that movie. I've got a big old Disney box set that I need to start working through.
My only issue about Hercules is that it's called Hercules. That's my only issue with the film.
I haven't seen it, so I wouldn't know why that would be an issue.
It's because Hercules is actually the Roman equivalent of the character. In Greek, his name is Heracles, but all the TV shows and film, which is actually his Roman name. So the fact that you're doing a Greek film with Greek gods and you use his Roman name, I'm like, oh, this triggers me so bad.
That's completely fair.
See, we're learning something. Well, at least I'm learning something on this episode.
Education.
Yeah. Hopefully our listeners are learning too.
Yeah, there ends up being a lot of trivia revealed, and sometimes I edit that stuff out because it becomes quite a lengthy discussion and questions. But yeah, we do end up talking, and I reveal a little bit of trivia, or someone else will reveal a little bit of trivia. And so as we're going along, we're all learning a little bit more about films, and it becomes quite interesting.
Yeah, that's good. We've had feedback about our show that it needs more games on it from Ellie's brother.
Yeah, my brother is obsessed with games on podcasts and YouTube, I guess.
Yeah.
He wants to come on this show and guest, and he literally said, I was like, well, you'd have to come up with something that we can do for Culture Swap that we can all talk about, and he was like, no, I just want to do games.
Which is why
and I was like,
think we should
okay,
get him on our anniversary special this year.
Just to do games. Yeah. Could do.
Hey, I've still got a supply of questions here. If you need any, if you want me to give any, just let me know.
Fantastic. We might have to take you up.
The thing is, he's a music nerd and not a movie nerd. So I do feel like his games might alienate Liam somewhat, because Liam's not.
Hey,
unless it's Taylor Swift.
I know some musics.
So I take it, Liam, you wouldn't do well in the soundtrack round?
Have you got an example question?
I have my little book next to me.
Prepared.
Let me just... No, this is just where I happen to keep them. Let's
This
see.
was our plan all along. Get Ashleigh on the show and then make her do work.
Yes.
Let's see. I've got soundtracks here.
Yeah, I'm not going to do well.
Okay, this is a fairly easy one. Or at least it is to some people. Okay, here you go. The song Hungry Eyes by Eric Carmen is famously heard in what film? Oh, I don't...
No.
I don't.
Plummet.
Yeah. And it's especially if it was this round. Wait, hang on. No. I don't even know that song. Which doesn't
What
help.
are you desperately thinking about, Liam?
Huh?
Oh my god.
You don't know the song.
Yeah. How's it go?
I'm not gonna... I don't sing in front of people, but the movie's Dirty Dancing.
See, I've seen the film. Didn't know that was the answer.
It's kind of hard
Oh.
when they repeatedly say the lyric "Hungry Eyes" in the song. Kind of over.
I was just distracted by all the dancing.
Funny because the song is happening while they're dancing, so
Yeah.
I think one would click.
The music is not my forte. I enjoyed
No, that's-
the horror round in your last episode, although there was a couple of questions in that I struggled with. Yeah,
Alright,
same.
my baby.
Yes.
I love it. I get a little sad when I get to give out the horror, and I'm like, I want to be through the hearts, but I can't because it's my game, so I am the host. But that's maybe something
Or-
I'm thinking of doing in the future, where I have a champion go up against me. We'll see how I do it, of course. If I lose, I'll probably have to, because I won't be able to show my face ever again.
So they'd have to write the questions for you. Otherwise, you've got a very strong advantage there.
Yeah, I'm still working on that, but I'm thinking something along the lines of I write questions, they write questions, and we just go back and forth asking each other questions and see who comes out victorious.
That would be cool. Are you going to split it into seasons at all, or is it just let's just go and see what happens?
I was thinking about it, but I don't really see what the point would be because it's all the same stuff. There are naturally going to be a couple of special episodes, like I did a Christmas episode, so one round was all Christmas movies. This month, Women's History Month, and, I was going to do Pride Month, but since that follows so closely to Women's History Month, and I'm already drained from this month, I'm like, maybe next year. Maybe next year, we'll see how that goes. But, yeah, I don't think I'm going to do seasons. I think I'm just going to keep going second, say episode 1, 2, 3.
Yeah, that makes sense. Well, I am pleased that you're doing it because it brightens my day when I see a new episode come up.
Thank you. I'm very happy to hear that.
I have also started watching your other videos as well now.
Oh,
The only one
thank you.
I wanted to watch that I haven't yet was your Captain Marvel review, because we're going to talk about that later, and I wanted to hear your thoughts live.
Okay.
But
Yeah,
before we get to...
I was very vocal when the trailers came out for my disdain for the trailers and their marketing. But people were like, oh, you can't hate a movie you haven't seen. I said, I didn't say I hate the movie because I'm not stupid. I can't hate a movie I haven't seen. I said I hate the trailers and I hate the marketing because those I have seen.
Yeah.
But I waited till I saw the film to form my decision, and I don't know. It was Marvel, but didn't blow my socks off.
Yeah. I somewhat agree with that. But yeah, we'll discuss that in a bit. Before that, Ellie, we went to a party together.
Yeah, it was. We did go to a party together.
Because we don't often
It
do
was-
that anymore. We used to back in our uni days.
Well, yeah, back in our uni days,
Every night was a
lived
party.
We lived about 10 minutes away from each other
If that, yeah.
and partied too much.
I wouldn't say too much.
I would. So this last weekend,
Weekend before.
when this goes up, I don't know, a few weekends ago. Listeners, I get
Doesn't
very
matter.
confused with when our episodes go up. It was my dad's 60th birthday party, and Liam managed to somehow get himself an invite.
Because your dad loves me.
Happy
He's met
birthday
you
to Ellie's
once.
dad.
Yeah. Happy birthday, Pete. Yeah, he's met me once, and clearly he was like, cool guy, let's invite him to my party.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, what do you want to talk about, Liam? It was a party.
Well, I want to talk about how much of a good time your dad seemed to have, because he DJ'd for a part of it, and we definitely need to talk about that.
Yeah.
Yeah, what was his DJ
My dad-
moniker?
In the build-up to this party, my dad decided that he needed... I think he was inspired by Dead Mouse, I believe it is, who wears the big digital mouse head on stage. So my dad bought a very realistic rat mask,
No, it was super spooky.
tied a Rastafarian hat to the head, and called himself Rasta Rat, I believe.
Yeah. Yeah, he did. And he had light up gloves.
Oh, he had light up gloves. Yeah, can't forget the light up gloves that he was also wearing.
There were children at this party who I think are now scarred for life.
I mean, honestly, my dad, in the build-up, he bought the mask, and then he was like, Ellie, come downstairs. And he put it on and was like, is it too realistic? And I was like, yeah, it's fucking horrifying. There are children there. This is terrifying. It's just, it's weird.
So, okay, I'm going to ask Ashleigh a question, right?
Okay.
And I don't want you to give away your thoughts on this, Ellie, so poker face, please. If you get invited to a birthday party, what is the standard protocol?
If I know the person, I would get them a birthday card and a birthday present. If I don't know the person, I would at the very least get them a birthday card just to be nice. Because if I don't know them, I don't know what the fuck to get them as a present.
Exactly.
Okay, now, Ashleigh, just to clarify, because Liam is being very unfair in the point he's making. If you went, I'm going to get you... Or, I don't know, you said to someone, I'm going to get them a birthday present. Mm-hmm. And that person said to you, actually, it's a no presents. They've asked for no presents. They've said, can you not bring presents?
Okay.
Would you still bring a present?
If they had flat out told me not to, I would have jumped on that like crazy. Like, I'm poor, I'm happy to not spend any money on you. That, I would not be getting any present if they said.
Yes, cool. Because that's the actual situation, Liam, not your fictitious situation where I just tell you not to buy a present.
Yeah, but it's what society dictates. And we weren't the only one. There was like a table stuffed with presents underneath.
He got a lot of presents.
Yeah.
I'm someone in particular who I'm not a big fan of my birthday. My birthday tends to be incredibly shit, so I like to not deal with it. But if it looks like, people are actually shit about me, I'm happy to participate in my birthday. If not, fuck off. Don't bother with me. I won't be alone. So when I have people who start doing things after I've explicitly told them not to, and they think they're being nice, they're just actually pissing me the fuck off. So I could not, in turn, if someone flat out said to me, please do not do this. I have a friend, she has said to me, we've known each other for like 10 years, and she has said for me for the longest time I've known her, she doesn't like her birthday, she doesn't celebrate her birthday, so I'm not allowed to even wish her happy birthday. So every year, when it's coming around the corner, I'll send her a message going, am I allowed to talk about that thing I'm not allowed to talk about yet? What's the deal with that? And she goes, we're still not talking about it. I'm like, okay, cool. Just glad that I knew this. And then I don't do it. I don't wish her happy birthday. It was her request, and I'm cool to deal with that. So if that's someone's personal wishes, respect their wishes, because chances are you are going to piss them off.
Did I piss your dad off?
I don't think he was pissed off, but he was very drunk, so he probably didn't notice.
Yeah, exactly. We got him an excellent card, but...
I didn't see the card.
Yeah, well, that's the mistake you've made.
What was it?
It had like numbers on it, and they all added up to 60, and it was like, I don't know the exact thing.
Because everybody loves maths for their birthday.
Yeah, exactly. It's the gift that keeps on giving.
Oh God.
Yeah, no. Did he not display all of his cards?
Yeah, they were on like a windowsill, mate. Yeah. I don't check everyone's birthday.
Oh, I do.
Cards.
I get really nosy.
Right.
But yeah, so we had a little boogie, didn't we? We did some dancing.
Yep, there was dancing.
I met Errol.
There was drinking. Yeah, my dad has a guy that he's a window cleaner, but he's also a fireman, and he's also a stunt actor for films, and like quite big ones. He was in not like
the Trainspotting sequel.
Yeah, he's also done a lot of other stuff. That's not.
Yeah, but that's the one that he was talking to me specifically about. But the thing is, this guy gets introduced to me as he's my window cleaner, and he's a stunt person in films, and I'm like, right, you're leading with the wrong thing there.
It is great. It's such a weird combination of things that he does.
Yeah, but he was great. I enjoyed meeting him. I met your mum at last.
Resume. Very eclectic resume.
Yes.
Very.
Yeah, I met your mum, which was nice.
Yeah, did you meet her early on in the party?
Yes, yeah, she came over at the start and was like, you must be Liam. And I'm like, how did you know? And she was like, I'm a big fan of Nerd on Nerd, so I recognised your voice.
I don't believe she said that.
No, she was just like, I guessed.
Yeah, fair.
Yeah.
It's because she knows all my other friends.
Yeah, so when like me and Kat show up, she's probably like, those are the ones that I've not met yet. That have been invited to my husband's 60th birthday party for some reason. I met your brother and sister. That was a first.
Yeah.
Your sister wasn't as shy as I was expecting her to be. I don't know why I thought she would be shy.
My sister is a weird combination of sometimes she can be shy, but I don't even think it's shyness. I think it's just I don't know. If she's in a bad mood, then she seems shy, but actually she's just sitting there being like, I don't want to be here, why are we here?
Yeah, fair enough. And yeah, your brother was basically exactly as I pictured he would be.
Yep.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
So, my only criticism of this party...
Yeah, go on, Liam. Criticise my dad's 60th. Yes. What did we do to upset you?
It was very loud.
Yeah.
That is such an old person thing to say.
I know.
Yeah, he was at a 60th birthday party and somehow Liam seems older than my dad.
Sorry, that you just reminded me of a concert I went to some years ago. I went to a Meatloaf concert because Meatloaf is my #1 favorite artist of all time. Finally got to see him in concert. I was so excited. The woman in the row in front of me was on her phone texting during the concert, and I wanted to just kick her in the head. But I could read her text, and her text said, "Oh my god, it's so loud. I hate it here." I'm like, it's a fucking rock and roll concert. What the hell were you expecting? Why are you here?
Exactly.
That's amazing.
Now,
so yeah, if you go to a party and you start complaining about loud music, like it was a party, what did you expect?
Yeah,
yes.
I expected to be able to have a conversation as well, though.
I had conversations with people.
It was hard. You had to yell.
Go outside.
Not really.
It was raining.
It did start raining outside.
Get an umbrella.
Yeah. No, that was like, I enjoyed it. It was just, it was louder than I was expecting. I wasn't prepared for the loudness. So I was taken by surprise.
Such a weirdo, Liam.
Hey, as long as your dad had a good time, that's all that matters at the end of the day.
Yeah, he did.
And afterwards, like me and Kat went to say goodbye to him, and he was like, "Oh, we'll have to do something again soon." And we were like, "Yes, don't know what."
I think he was just saying that to be polite, Liam.
What?
Okay, well, I don't want to.
No,
I don't want to break it.
He really likes me and Kat and wants to hang out with us socially.
Okay, sure.
In a more quiet environment, so we can chit chat.
Yeah. Oh, good.
That's what I. Yeah.
Sure, Liam. Sure.
He gave me a hug. He was very drunk.
Good times.
Yeah, that's like the only thing of note that I've done since we last recorded.
Yep. Same.
Cool. That was catching up with. Moving on.
We're all caught up.